Hello and welcome to another week with Mirree's Dreamtime Messages. Thanks for joining me again today. My name is Mirree and I am the artist behind all the artworks that you see on the social media pages. In my usual practice, when I have a really good run, I usually paint between 50 and 100 paintings per year. And then I put those collections into books and a card deck that I put out originally in about 2017, and so that's what I base these videos on, to do with my spiritual guidance for the week for using the Dreamtime card decks that I created. And so they're currently 50% off at the moment. So if you're new to my channel, welcome and thanks for joining me. And I appreciate everybody being here, and I would also appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes, because it really helps me to grow my channel, and I can't do it without you all here, and so I really appreciate that. And so we're going to starting another week, which is runs from the Monday the 11th and going until the 17th of August. And you know, this year has just been flying by, and so there's been so many things happening in Australia at the moment. We're in winter, and so we've only got a few more weeks left of winter, and then we're into our spring, which is really great, where we can bring in some more sunshine into our day. And so I'm not sure what part of the world you are, but if you would love to share, then comment in the description box. I'd love to know where you're from. I'm in the central west of New South Wales in Australia, which is roughly about 3 to 4 hours from Sydney. So I always stay close to my hometown, which is roughly about 2 hours from where I currently live. My hometown is in Dubbo, which is home of the Western Plains Zoo. And so when I grew up, that's basically, we lived right near the Western Plains Zoo and the golf club. And so, you know, it was great time growing up, being close to, you know, those areas. And so now we've still got really exciting prizes going, and which is only going to last until the 25th of this month. And so basically there's only 2 weeks left to win in my biggest prize giveaway, guys. And you know what, there's like still 4 prizes left, and there's like most of those prizes nobody has even entered. And so if you become the only one, then you automatically win. And so there's so many prizes that I'm giving away. I've still got the gift which is for a budding artist and pamper pack, which is worth $295. And so you only have to spend $150 to go into the draw for that one. And the other one is gift 5, and which has a $450 value. And I can guarantee you, if you win any of these prizes, then you won't be buying any Christmas presents for this year. And the other gift prize is number 6, where you spend $500 and you will win a mystery prize gift pack of $800. And gift 7, if you spend $1,000, then you will win $1,500 worth of value and receive 25 tickets into the draw. And so I'm leaving the link in the description, so you need to check that out, because it's pretty exciting. There's so many prizes, and then it'll be even more exciting to hear your name get drawn for one of these prizes. And so gift prize 1, 2, and 3 has already expired, but we still have 4, 5, 6 and 7 available. And so I will leave a description. I will leave a link in the description where you can click on and see exactly what you're going to get if you win. And so you can already start planning. And so, yeah, which is pretty exciting. There's only 2 weeks left, and so I don't want you to miss out, because if nobody enters, then nobody gets the prizes, and so they would just stay with me for another year. And so that would be pretty sad if somebody didn't win all these prizes. Being the biggest prize giveaway of the year, and we only do this once a year, which is now. And so I hope you can grab something special for yourself, and you never know, you'll just might win. And this year has been the quietest yet. And so also you know, I featured some original paintings on my Facebook page that you may have seen, or maybe you haven't, but this was one of them, Australia's favourite boobook owl in the original painting, which contains the Luthianan flowers and rose flowers. I know I didn't pronounce that very well. All right, so don't quote me on that. And yeah, so this one is a really sweet one, which has the roses and all the different flowers in there. And you know, I featured this one for our Awareness Week, which was this week, but there was another one that I featured as well, which is one of a favorite to a customer favorite, which is the black sooty owl, which is one of my favorites as well, with all the native flowers in there. And this one is actually in the 60 centimeters, and I'm giving currently during this you know, prize bonanza that's happening at the moment, I'm giving $100 off this one. And so you can see the size of this one, and so I will leave the link in the description box, and it's ready to hang on the wall. And so check that one out. And the other original painting that I featured on my Facebook this week and the social medias is the Full Moon Dingo. And so this one has a really what would you call it, earthy color palette to this one, which has really nice elements of the rock and the tree and the moon in the background. And so this one has a really great story to do with stepping out, and you know, sometimes it's not always easy. And so when we're wanting to just advance ourselves more. And so yeah, I'll leave the link in the description for that one, so that you guys can read all the stories to do with these ones. And this one I'm going to be featuring tonight because it's associated with the Indigenous Peoples Day, and I forgot to feature it yesterday, so I'll be featuring it tonight. And so check out the story on that one, which is about bringing out our inner strength more. And so without further ado, let's now have a look and see the cards and animals that are going to be guiding us this week through the Dreamtime messages. And I also want to say as well that we had a full moon on Saturday last week, so it was a perfect time to kind of let go of anything that's no longer serving you. But this Saturday is the 3rd quarter moon, and so that when we get the 3rd quarter moon, which only lasts for 1 day actually, and so which is the best day to reflect on any new intentions which are coming up for the next new moon phase, which is only about 7 days away from the 3rd quarter moon, which is on Saturday. So the 3rd quarter moon's on Saturday. It's a perfect time to start preparing our intentions for the new moon. And so It's also a wonderful time to work on yourself through meditation, and so the third quarter moon is perfect for journaling, especially when you focus on forgiving yourself and anyone in your life that has done wrong by you or hurt you, or or you've just had painful experiences. And so the third quarter moon is perfect for writing out your forgiveness towards yourself and towards other people that may have wronged you, and just start to think about any new intentions or any new goals you want to bring forward, which will be 7 days after when the new moon starts. And so that's going to be a really great tip for you this week, in relation also to working with the 3 cards that we get this week. And so it's really important to begin to work on yourself and put the effort in to giving yourself what you're needing during this time, and that way you will have the best experience and get the most out of it by giving back to yourself. And it may not be something that you're used to doing, but over time you'll get better at it and you'll feel much more invigorated. And so for the Dreamtime card deck, we currently have them at 50% off, and it won't be lasting very long. So it's the best time to be getting your Dreamtime card deck at this moment. And so the 3 cards that we pulled out last week, you can check out the video from last week. We pulled out the Ancestral Sparrow, which was letting us know that there was something in our life that's not serving us, that could be affecting our spiritual, mental, emotional, and our financial situation. It could have been someone that's affecting us in our life, or that has been in the past, or maybe it's a pattern that's playing out. And the other card that we pulled out was with Black Swan, I Am Intuitive, letting us know that it was a good time to go on a spiritual journey, maybe a meditative one in the car, or maybe just through music, song, dance, or meditation, so that you can start to gather any lost pieces of yourself that you feel like that you've neglected, and bringing them back into yourself again. And the other card that we pulled out was with Tasmanian Tiger, I Am Open, letting us know that we don't really know what may work better for us if we don't remain open to new opportunities. But it's important also to look back so that we don't repeat the mistakes from the past. And so let's have a look. It's another exciting week, and we want to be seeing what animals are going to be guiding us, because we really love being able to interact with the animals and their energy and the messages that are coming from them, which are ultimately come from God anyway. So yeah, it's always wonderful to start a new week and discover its gifts for us. And the first card that we pulled out, I've already cleansed the deck and myself with the White Sage. And the first card that we pulled out is with the Day Owl, I Am Listening, letting us know that it's an important time to listen to the hidden messages of our soul that's coming through to us, and to tune into ourselves a lot more this week, so that we can hear what messages are coming through for us, and because that gives us the ultimate guidance. And so if we have a little look at the guidebook, which is also a wonderful tool to have when we're going through the videos every week, because I upload these every Sunday evening, and so that you can get the most out of these videos for yourself, and you can go back to them also and have a look at what you can work through to do with the action steps, which are actually inside the guidebook. And so you already have what you need hidden deep within yourself. Don't allow anyone to ruin it for you, or try. So try to stay centered and focused on you this week, and listen deeply to yourself, to the answers that you are seeking at this time of the year. But also remember to be patient and wait for the answers to come, because everything that will come to you during this time will come at the right timing in the right moment. And so you are truly honoring yourself when you allow the process to unfold within you instead of forcing anything, and you take the time you need to listen carefully to yourself. So just imagine the possibilities when we can do that and allow this to unfold naturally. And so the daylight owl means we are bringing to light something that is hidden from view, and the night owl is still waiting to be understood. So the guidance is, it's important time to hear your inner voice, trust and allow the hidden signs to come through, and move forward with your newfound knowledge with confidence. The action step this week: take yourself outside in order to spend some time in the sun and listen to the birds, the trees and the wind. Allow yourself to take that focus deep within your heart and belly to give yourself an understanding of you and your soul. And purpose: when we can release what we have to do, you allow yourself to be heard more in the present moment without any ignorance. So maybe spend some time, like maybe a couple of hours out of your week where you can just tune into yourself without thinking in your mind, oh, this has to be done, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But just allow naturally for anything to come to you that's going to assist you on your path. And so the negative could be darkness, ignorance, stagnant, but you can always turn that around by being positive through release, truth and soul purpose. And so that's the first card that we drew out for this week. I wonder what the other cards are going to be. So let's, without further ado, let's have a look and see the other two cards that we're going to be getting this week. And oops, one just fell out. Hang on a minute. I don't want to knock the camera over. Hang on. Got it. We got I am advancing with Dingo. Awesome. This is a really great card to have, and I know that we got this a few weeks ago, but it's coming up again. So something may be happening that's significant this week. I am advancing when I listen to the deepest part of my heart and soul. I'm confident the decisions I make will ultimately lead to my life purpose. And so, just important to look out for anything that's coming your way. You're obviously working through a lot of things, and which is enabling you to level up. And so that's what the dingo is telling us, and it's telling us to really tune in to those instincts so that you can get the best out of any opportunities and the continuance of your advancement. And so when we pull out these cards, we don't really know how long these messages last for. I know that we do it on a weekly basis, but something like this card could go over for so many months, so many weeks. And so and that could be the case with any of these cards that we draw. And so dingoes, as you may know, are the native dog to Australia. And yes, there is much speculation about this, but there is much speculation about Aboriginal culture in general anyway, and which is the oldest continuing culture in the world. We are still here, not going anywhere, and there is proof in the dreaming and stories of our culture and people. And so it's a feeling you see, and this will never be taken away. Are you finding yourself at a crossroads lately? About to begin or end a certain stage or cycle of life, or maybe it's just a job, relationship, or a move that's on the rise. Whatever it may be in your life that is beginning or ending, be sure that the next step will bring you closer to your goals and dreams. You're about to reach a very important stage in your life where your journey will lead you to your most important lessons, your life path. Allow your instincts to guide you in the direction of your truest desires, and listen to the deepest part of your heart and soul. You are ready to begin your spiritual journey. Allow yourself to be guided and be open to receiving messages from Spirit with what steps to take next. Your progress has taken you this far. Pause for a moment and allow yourself to be confident in your next steps forward, and this will ultimately lead to your life purpose. And so the guidance to do with the dingo is letting us know that you're at a crossroads, and so that you're either beginning or ending a certain stage or cycle in your life. And so have you been feeling this lately, even over the past few weeks or over the past few months? Have you been noticing the shift or change within yourself? And so choose wisely, but remember to use your instincts like the dingo to come to a certain conclusion about the best way to go and to continue to move forward. And so the action step this week is have trust in your personal guidance system by having more faith in your instincts to show you the way so that you can make spiritual progress, because it's not always easy to have faith in ourselves and in what direction we need to be going in. And so this is what ultimately the dingo is showing us and telling us, that we do know the way and that we really have to concentrate and focus on ourselves. And so the negative could be you could be feeling blocked, inactive, or disbelief in yourself and in where you want to go or what you want to do. And so you can always turn that around by putting some intentions out there, saying this is going to be my new beginning, this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is how I'm going to go about it, and that's why journal writing is so important, because it also makes us accountable, and we can tap into that personal experience that is more in line with ourselves, and spiritual progress and development. And so they're the positives to do with the dingo for this week, because you are advancing. Congratulations. And so that's some really great news. And if you haven't felt like you've been advancing, that's fine, because this week may give you that push to begin the advancement of yourself in where you want to go and what you want to do. Maybe you've been unsure up until this point, and so maybe you'll get the clarity this week about it. Or maybe you are going to put intentions forward in order to make this change, initiate this change for yourself, which will ultimately bring you the happiness and the advancement and everything that you're really hoping for to come about. And so that's why I was talking about the third quarter moon, which is on Saturday, about laying down a pathway where you can just sweep away anything that's negative or that hasn't been serving you or that has been holding you back, through forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of other people. And then once you've done that, just put your intentions down that you want to put forward for the new moon, which will be 7 days after Saturday. So let's have a look and see. Oh gosh, I can't believe we got this again. My gosh. And the other card we pulled out is with, I swear we must have got these nearly exact same cards or very similar a few weeks ago, but this is the most powerful card in the deck, and because it's about having a rebirth, and we can't quite understand it in our minds about what that is, because it's something that needs to be experienced through the heart and and through your body and through the experiences that you have in your everyday life, and in conjunction with others and in conjunction with whatever it is that you're setting and focusing your mind on. And so it's really important not to get caught up in your head because it's at the heart level that we absorb everything that's good in our life, and that's what we're that is the ultimate that we are aiming for. And so the white cockatoo is letting us know that when I let go of my past, I experience life again the way it's supposed to be. I'm happy to be alive and living. And so it's such a strong and important message about being able to go beyond the past, and especially if it's been very painful past time. And so it's giving us a chance where we can just leave that behind and start again, and trust in something beautiful to happen. And so yeah, if we have a look in our guidebook, as we said, like, it's so important, like, you know, to get your card deck, because it has the resources that you're needing in order to follow through with these action steps, and so that you can continue to grow beyond any past pain or experiences. So allow yourself to come into the light by shedding aspects of shedding the old beliefs, doubts and fears you may have about yourself. And you know, doubt is a big killer for dreams and goals, having self-doubt. And so it's important to catch yourself out if you're putting yourself down, or you're doubting yourself. You know, these are the kind of things that we want to leave behind in the past. These are the things that we want to override and leave behind. We don't really want to be allowing these to play out again, you know, in our new path forward through the advancement of the dingo, and the, you know, tuning into the messages to do with day owl. And now we've got the messages to do with the white cockatoo. It's so important because you want to be pushing through these heavy burdens of the past, you know, because of these old beliefs. And you know, we don't really want the old record to keep playing over and over. Like, where is that going to get you? Like, there's nothing, you know, what we're wanting to improve on and where we're wanting to go is on the other side of that. And so it's important to awaken the true potential of the light of your soul and be born again. It's time to break free from the past. Are you ready for a rebirth and awakening to the new? And so it's in your hands to make this change. Otherwise, the last thing you want is to get a change thrusted upon you out of nowhere, without any warning. And you know, that has the potential of turning your life upside down. And so do you really want that to happen? You know, it's much better that the change is within your hands, because you can take it at your own pace. If you want to have it over so many months, you could have it over for 6 months, a year, a couple of months, you know. But it does take time in order to change these beliefs and patterns and behaviors. And so you're welcoming a new beginning by shedding aspects of the past that have been heavily weighing you down. You're about to awaken through a rebirthing of a new you, so get ready. And the action step this week to do with the white cockatoo today is about concentrating on the very things that are bringing in happiness to your life. It's the key to make life worth living again. It's a feeling, and only you have the key and the answer to this most important question. Is it something creative you're working on, or perhaps a relationship that is currently fulfilling your needs and lifting you out of any heavy burdens? Whatever it is, take note of the happiness. It could be the key to your future happiness. And so the negative is you could be living in the past, you feel frozen, or you're denying yourself of any happiness, love, or, you know, joy. And so the positive, you can always turn a negative into a positive, which is a karmic release, a new beginning and awakening. And so that is our solution card to do with this week, starting the 11th until the 17th. And I hope you have a wonderful week this week. You know, there's been some great tools and tips that I've given you all on this video that's going to help you this week to get through your week. And you can always go back to the guidebook if you can't quite remember, or you want to have a little reference there in order to see what you need to do this week on the action steps to do with the animals. And yeah, so don't forget about journal writing this week as well, and that's going to really help to just get out anything that's inside that you feel like has, you know, been a while since it's come out. And, you know, we don't really want to trap anything in our body, because eventually that can cause sickness and disease. And so we really want to get out anything from the past. And if you feel like you can't talk to anyone, then use your journal writing to write out any thing that's holding you back. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video, and these are the 3 cards, a recap on the 3 cards that we drew out this week. The first card was with Day Owl. I'm listening to the deepest part of my heart and soul because I have the ultimate guidance. And the other animal we pulled out was Dingo, letting us know that that when I listen to the deepest part of my heart and soul, you know, the decisions I make ultimately lead to my life purpose. And, you know, also the different stages and cycles in our life that are helping us to advance ourselves. And the other animal that we drew out this week was with the white cockatoos. I am living, letting us know that, you know, we're rebirthing ourselves by you know, letting go and stripping back the old aspects and from the past, and so that we can live our life the way that we're supposed to, through happiness, joy and peace and love. And so yeah, I've organized my YouTube channel so that you can see a lot more of the original paintings that I've done over the years. And so you will see some really great videos on there, especially to do with these Dreamtime collection paintings. And so, which I plan to list on my main site. I did have it on another site before, but I found that kind of didn't work out. And so sometimes you don't really know what is going to work out until you experience for yourself. And so yeah, I'm soon going to be listing these really important paintings for the first time on my main site. And so, but you know, for now, check out all the old videos that are there. There's like something like nearly 1,000 videos now on my YouTube channel, so I hope you guys get a lot out of it, and I'll try to add more to the playlists so that you can you know, continue viewing any of some of the old and classic stuff that's there. But I'm yet to bring out some really new and exciting things as well, and so stay tuned for that as well. And so don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, because that really helps my channel to grow. And the more that my channel can grow, the more I can offer you guys more valuable content to help you, to guide you on your path through the animals, and you know, so you can lead also a much better life and a happier life full of joy and happiness. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.